Welcome to the Hanzo guide for Samurai Shodown. We're going to go through button moves, command moves, special moves, super specials, WFTs, and a couple of tips and tricks. So going first, we have the light slash, of course one of Hanzo's fastest moves, something to use when you're in a bit of a skirmish. Medium slash, great range, and it also, as you can see in a second, will also cancel into special moves. Again, quite fast. So we're going to use that for a few setups as well coming up later. So hard slash, of course, the fast slash is pretty good. Close hard slash doesn't cancel, it does good damage, but I prefer using crouching slash hard slash because it allows you to set up. Kick has decent anti-air, but you need to get that out quite early. Otherwise, of course, the kicks are fast, and you can do a couple of tricks with those, which we'll also see soon. Dodge is something a lot of players need to get used to using, but of course it's high risk, high reward, and as you can see, some characters move forward. Overhead, universal overhead, but also good for some setups when people run out of the corner, they still fall for it. So moving on to command moves. Now the counter, of course, something you, again, risky, but it's something you should try doing. Dashing overheads. This move is very, very useful. As you can see, it can cross up. Use that a lot. Sweep is good as well, but of course not so much damage. Sliding kick, you'd be surprised how much that works when people are getting faced with a couple of fireballs. Now the rolling aerial attack, you have to press forward and you have to be at the same height. It's quite tricky actually, not as easy as some other moves, some other air throws in the other SNK games such as the King of Fighters. The traditional wall jump, of course, is there. It's again something you have to do at the height of the jump. Really, it doesn't really work at any other range. Unarmed moves, yeah, they're pretty much the same as they are from far and close, but they are fast, so you should definitely feel like you're not at a disadvantage. Overhead is a special move that only works when you're unarmed. It's quite nice. Special moves. Of course, Hanzo has quite a few of these, and the Ninja Exploding Dragon Blast increases with the button press. And of course, in Rage, it actually juggles with those multiple hits, and you can combine it with the Isen. Very nice. Now, the Ninja Strike Dash is very, very interesting, and I'm still not sure exactly what's going on, but what I do know is that the range increases with the button. So light slash has the fastest startup and the smallest range, and of course the hard slash has the greatest range and I mean greatest range. It's fantastic. Now the running whistling strike drop is very, very interesting, and there's something about it. I'm wondering if it's invincible or something, because it can punish reversals. So yeah, definitely something we need to look at, something we want to use. Now the Teleport Ninja Silencer, very nice, but the startup is quite slow. You need to be doing this in anticipation. So you make a good read, that's going to be wonderful. Now the Ninja Mondance, I don't know why it's in French, but it's pretty much relevant to the button presses wherever you are. So even if you're on the right side, if you do it with hard slash, you're going to be top right. And if you do it with kick, you're going to be on the right side of the screen. Now these are the falling ninja lava are very, very dangerous if blocked. Do them again in anticipation, and it's you need to really do it on the first hit if as a counter, but yeah, if you miss them you're in a lot of trouble. Now the Ninja Wind Splitter, really don't like using this move, but it can knock out anti-airs from very far away, but really the recovery is so bad, I'm not sure it's a really good idea. The weapon flipping technique doesn't hit everyone from the front. It's character specific so far. Hopefully they patch that out sometime. But it does hit everyone in the corner. Don't forget that your back throw is 2 frames slower than the front throw. It's 4 and 6. So of course your ultimate move is invincible on startup, but it's a very short invincible startup, so use with care. But it looks great when you do get it. Wonderful! Isen, of course, Free buttons to activate, free buttons to activate again, execute maybe. Couple of tips now, let's move on. Now you've got the moves, let's see how to use them. Now of course, what I like to do is crouching hard because it gives you the chance to do some setups. That's a funny little kick there into grab, they won't do that again. But you know, if they start blocking, you can always do this. And then you've got to start really doing the mix-ups. So if you think they're going to block, give them the grab. If you think they're going to jump, do the fireball instead. Now here's a couple of setups. Of course these are all messed up if the opponent decides to roll, but if they stand you can do this. Notice the auto tracking, it reverses or turns around the move, and that's pretty much universal for everyone. But this front roll reversal, it's going to be, you'll see that it's quite tricky against Genjuro, but you'll see something in a second. And we were talking about the running strike. Well, look at that. Something still we need to go check out. But of course the problem is if they jump, jumping is one of the maybe the fastest move in the game actually. You've got to make a good read. And I said this move is great. Forward, let go of the button, let go of the stick rather, and you get a nice cross up. Now if you can get the counter, you really want to get that into the whip and flipping technique. Another thing, people who play grab characters will know this of course already, but if you get a chance and you think they're going to block, grab them. So to finish off, a couple of interesting things that I've seen in matches that you might want to try and replicate, like that at close range. And again, the strike doesn't really matter about your startup. It works a treat. Go for the hard slash in the corner, see if they're going to go, and if they roll out, well, okay, lovely jubbly. Galford likes to move forward with a lot of his moves, and I think that's probably why this looks more impressive than it is. But it's great. I don't know why, I get it on Galford a lot. And there's that cross up, wonderful stuff. So I hope that was useful to you. Took me a lot of work, but SNK, kudos for a great game. See you guys next time.